Hey, it's TJ and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So last episode we solved the family issues here in Kashyyyk, but now we're gonna go fix some more family issues with another wiki quest line here. I think it's actually the only other wiki quest line, if I'm not mistaken, other than the ones you get when you're actually on the Kashyyyk floor. And that guy just disappeared. Okay, what's going on here? I'm sure it's fine. I believe we looted everything, so now we just gotta take care of last little quest here. I think go to this door. If we had all our companions with us. Why is it it does not look safe there. Part of the floor is missing, and who is Bastila? Come on. Alright. Fuck this guy. Your news, get an outsider. Please, if you have any business here, make it brief. You know who owns this bolt casing? Let's see. If the family insignia is there. Yes, there it is. It belongs to Eric. How did you get it? I found his bolt casing on Roro's corpse. Oh my, that is very distressing. Definitely seems to suggest that Derek helped in Roro's death. Can't imagine this. Wait here, outsider. I must address this. I'll have Derek brought here. Hope he can explain this. I really do. You know I have summoned you here. As hold of the laws, I ask you to explain. I won't answer. I can't. Warazanar must World be here? World has a bond with Rower. He's the closest to the family that can be found. He's entitled to be here. Eric, please speak. If you are guilty, it means death. This outsider will be given your positions. You want that? Is there no alternative? I mean, like, you guys banished people before, right? So I guess they didn't really commit murder. There were circumstances that led to the attack. Perhaps we could consider another punishment. It all depends on what was behind it. The value of honor. It is very serious. Are there any mitigating factors we need to be aware of? Don't you want to say anything in your defense? I killed him. I will accept whatever punishment is given. It is better if only my honor is tainted. Like, no motive for it, though. Get it? Why? He's good and honorable. Why'd you kill him? Let me need to know that I did it. The reason is unimportant. Warwill, I'm sorry. Well, he was dealing with slavers. What are you talking about? Liar. I just happen to have evidence. Please don't tell him anything. Warwar was admired. You need to believe in him. Well, wasn't Chundar admired too, and he was also dealing with slavers? It was like half the Wookiees were aligned with him. I'm old, I'm not important. Warwill and the others have their hero. I mean, you could be a hero to them. You stopped him. No, I won't let this happen. Explain yourself, outsider. If you have information that'll affect the trial, I must know it. Am I a lawyer now? Don't listen to this outsider's lies. Please. Orwell, don't listen. This data pad I found will prove it. But no. That's not, it can't be. Sorry, Orwell, I didn't want you to know. So much is against us. Need someone to look up to. What about Zalbar or his father Freyr? That Wookiee was fighting Mandalorians. The other Wookiee was fighting dangerous creatures. What did you betray? Okay.
How sad. It feels like the right thing to do, but to destroy a hero.
Well, Well, as hold of the laws, I declare Jarek innocent. I will see to your release. Well, I must say, you are the first outsider that I've been glad to know. You have surprised me. Perhaps some of you are capable of honor after all. You are deserving of your reward. Now, I probably should have brought Zelbar here so we could comment on this, but I guess not. Asking if anything's happening now. Nothing that you can help with. Roar's crime causing a bit of a stir. It'll pass in time. Some of us will be disappointed in him. We have other enemies to worry about. Alright, what reward? Did I not explain? As a person who discovered the crime, you are also affected by it. You've been given a portion of Jarek's possessions, but he was innocent. Or, however, was not. Okay, I would have been given his possessions. Aurora was wealthy. His family was taken by slavers, leaving him everything. Get 1/3 of this. I guess we'll take the rest as taxes. Or he gets part of it because he's like the lawkeeper. Aurora receives a rest if he wishes. He's still upset, but he's young. He will recover. Alright, thank you. Okay, so what do I get? 400 credits, lame. Experience, 100, that's not too bad. And light side points. Where's up my alignment? Close to being maxed out. Talk to Basil yet?
How can I help?
Want to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Yeah, tell us the story again.
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
That's what you're famous for.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
So Malak did your job for you.
As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Andros, have any war story? Oh, you teleported. Back here.
Yeah, what do you want?
War stories. Go.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
Oh, okay, he made creatures go extinct. Where'd you fight this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found.
Oh, so they're being law
The
enforcement.
main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Did it backfire?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
Yep.
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
I'm gonna talk to the other companions now, thanks.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring in other people. Let's bring in Karth and Mission. Okay, Karth may have been glitching out there.
Yes, what's on your mind?
He may not be fully healed. Oh, we didn't end our discussion very well. Artaki seemed pretty upset last time we spoke. We didn't end our last discussion very well.
Well, I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important. It's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
Yeah, but we have a Mandalorian and a Wookiee, so you're not completely weakest one in the group. ST3. Why don't you return to the front lines then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Don't worry about it.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes more than once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Sure. It's great to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
I don't know if there's any more story with him. Talk the mission now.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I was talking about your brother, but I doubt we can...
Don't tell me you believe Lena's lies. Griff might be working as a miner on Tatooine, but the rest of her story is bantha poodoo. You can't trust someone like her. At least Griff's free of her clutches. I'd like to go speak to the Zerka Corp rep on Tatooine if we have time. Maybe I can arrange to see my brother again.
We'll find him, don't worry. It's conveniently where we're going.
I just hope he's not in any kind of trouble when we do.
All the planets in the galaxy. All the companions' story quests have to do with the planets we happen to visit, so... Works out. Now let's bring the Jedi.
Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, I get it. Let's play with...
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I'm wondering if we can talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Doing alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
What's wrong? What happened?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quattro, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
Off the feed. We can stop you if we need to.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Oh, questionable. Although...
How may I be a...
Hey, yeah, we can talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
How'd you become a Jedi?
How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, it
Story
goes
episode.
back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived.
What was it like?
It was not the homeworld of the Cathar that I lived on. My parents had long fled from that place, and perhaps that is a story for another time. Rather, it was a human hive world that I was raised on, the hind end of space, a pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
I thought they recruited Jedi as babies, but I guess they made an exception for... Met a Jedi?
Yes. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored.
What did you do?
From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference, as the Jedi were. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Okay, there we go. Let's... Now that we talked to everyone other than Joel, I thought we'd have conversations with him, but I guess that comes up later. Also, I just realized we can see their default outfit. We're gonna take, I'll bar with this now. And... Castella. I was already like half the episode talking. It's gonna be one of those talking episodes though. Wait. Fast travel? Good. That's probably the best thing to do. An item? Right, did. Oh yeah. That's right. Now, the fight going on over here. And Zerka's apparently against us. Let's stun you. Stun you. I'll XP for that. Think there'll be anything over there? The only outsider that will survive us. Nice. Yeah, so unfortunately we don't get to help that guy, the merchant's employee. But at least we no longer have to pay any docking fees. That's what's important. Also a dock player, but I guess we missed out on that. Oh well. Alright, they're very tolerant. Let's see if we can talk to Joldy.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Yeah, I can get a med kit from.
I suppose I could whip up something, you know, a few herbs and such. You do know that the best alternative is not to get hurt, right? Well, not to say that you go leaping into the path of blaster fire or anything, but I know how you young people get. Here, take it.
And did he give us? Curious. Doesn't say. Alright, well, that's fine. Take a quick trip to Yavin. I don't know if there's anything new there. Let's take a look. And then we'll go to Tatooine. Doesn't matter who I bring, so I'll bring T3 and Zelmar. Nothing new, it seems. Let's just see if we have anything new. Got those crystals. The droid shield wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. Helpful. Awareness 10, although dexterity would help. Defensive gauntlets. Let's go ahead and buy the droid shield. We will be using a droid on the next planet. And let's go ahead and leave. Alright, so next stop is Tatooine. Get this cutscene if you've ever seen it. May just get the Tatooine one. Oh. There we go. Public ships up there?
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Maybe it wasn't always desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Alright, so let's take mission and... Could be a mistake. Take mission and Zalbar. No. Mission and Johanni. Actually, we're gonna have to pay the docking fee. So we'll take mission Zalbar and then we'll switch them out for...
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What if I don't have the money? Or what do I get for my 100 credit?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Couldn't we just, like, park it outside the city, though? I mean, I guess we do need fuel. But beyond that, I mean, we could just, like, park, get fuel, then leave. Pay for the fuel, and then, like, park somewhere else, you know? Like, right outside the city. Because we don't really need to visit the city at all. Anyway, you could reconsider the fee.
I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable. We have a very thin margin of profit on this world.
I don't have to pay the fee. Yeah, let's force persuade him.
You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. I sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Need some good paying work. What is there to do?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in Central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Give me some background information.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Tell me about the operations. What's the known history?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
About the city. How old is that?
The site is quite old. From the look of it, it's been settled before. Zerka Corporation claimed it only a few decades ago.
Was here before?
Some other corporation that went under, probably. Not a lot of records are kept about backwater places like this.
Alright, what species are there?
The Sand people. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Why?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
That's it?
The Jawas are scavengers, and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet, but how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand people. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though.
Tell me about the operations here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
You want to tell me all about it?
I can tell you more, I guess. It's not a big secret or anything. Just not good for business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
I'm curious who could have done that. They never really mention any of the companies as far as I'm aware, other than the exchange. Alright, so they set up shop on a barren planet?
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What's peculiar about it?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
And what other kind of business do they have?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy barren wastes that serve as fine swoop tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
Alright, that's it.
I will answer as
Looking for very specific things. I can't be very specific about. Who should I ask about?
That's not much information. Could you tell me more?
Older things, antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
Alright, that's all I need.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Alright. And in the next episode, we'll start exploring a city. Actually, this guy wants to tell. Hello there, Captain. Let's see. Yes. Here it is. Looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship, as requested. What shipment? What are you talking about? You just got here. This is document 32, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's what I have here on the requisition form. Everything seems to be in order. I guess it's your problem now. Okay, first off, how are there 32 docking bays here? Why do we have to pick the one we have to pay money for? Excuse me, did you say Diska? Whatever you put on my ship, I want it off now. If you want the cargo removed, you have to fill out another requisition. I have one right. Wait. At any rate, the Gizka are yours. One of the loaders said the crate split open once he put it in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability. And we certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy. As long as you don't have to pay for it. And by me. Alright, and in the next episode, we will explore the city. I'll probably immediately switch to have a little bit of a fight, but get to that later. Or I can get over there. Oh, we'll worry about that later. If you like this episode, stay tuned for next one. I'm TJ, and I'll see you next time.